This is fun. The FDA has noted that 92% of all drugs that are shown to be effective in animal testing fail when they reach human trials because they do not work or are dangerous. It was written by PETA in an article called Animal Testing is Bad. There are 100 million animals each year that are tortured and killed in animal testing. This article was written by Hope Ferdowsian and Nancy Beck, called Ethical and Scientific Considerations Regarding Animal Testing and Research. Animal testing has been used for centuries for things like cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, scientific research. But this isn't accurate, and it's so inhumane because animals, even though we're different from animals, they still think, perceive pain just like we do. If you look at this picture about cosmetics testing of animals, it shows some statistics about cosmetic testing. 72% of Americans oppose testing cosmetics on animals, but yet we still kill 200,000 animals a year just to put something on our face. And 32 out of 196 countries have banned cosmetics, so very little have actually banned it, even though it's not even an accurate representation of how it will affect us as humans. There are alternate methods, and according to Jacqueline Crawley, a behavioral neuroscientist, she says, you cannot mimic an entire human psyche in a mouse or a rat. And this is from His Troubles Are Your Troubles by Hannah Holmes. So I'm going to list to you some reasons why animal testing is bad. First of all, it isn't reliable. In an article that was written by Ferdowsian called Ethical and Scientific Considerations Regarding Animal Testing and Research, they talk about a book written by William Russell and Rex Birch, who were zoologists back in the 1900s. The book talks about how animal testing should have been minimalized. It still, back in those days, had to be used because we didn't have the technology, but as time went on, it needed to be weaned off, especially now that we have the technology so we don't have to test on animals anymore. Most of these times, the drugs aren't even safe for humans. Like, they'll go past animal trials. Once they get to human trials, it's all null and void, and they have to start all over again. And I'm a mammal, they're a mammal, but we are not built the same overall. We interact differently, we react to things differently. Biologically, we are not exactly the same as these animals. And animal testing is also just inhumane. I'm going to show you a clip from a video from PETA, which is all about protecting animals.
All right, bring it down. Hold it down. Let's just get it over with. Testing. 1,
2, 3. Come here.
I want to take you on a trip. It won't be pretty.
Look. What do we see?
Testing.
Animal testing.
They get hurt. Bad.
So I was just going to show you a little bit of that. It's an example of how they are treated in these facilities that they're doing this testing. They're not doing anything that they would do on a human. They're doing things just because they're animals, they think it's okay. But really, it's just as inhumane as if we would do it on a regular person. They still feel pain and perceive pain just like we do. It's not any different just because they're an animal. So all they can do is whine. They can't use words to tell us that there's something wrong, but we still know we're hurting and torturing them really for no reason at all. They are tortured not only physically, but also emotionally. They will do some tests that they will just mess with them and psychologically in different ways to make the things they're testing even more seem like they're effective, but they're really not. They're doing a lot of things to them physiologically that just aren't right. There are many different methods now that you can use other than animal testing to test all these pharmaceuticals and cosmetics and get all this research. You can test using human cells and tissues in like a little petri dish and stuff like that. They also have advanced computer modeling that they use now to test different things. And these things are also so much cheaper than getting all of these animals and doing all these things to them that aren't necessary. it will save money using these alternative methods because you're not having to buy all these animals and all these like various things. And us taxpayers are putting money towards these things. And so as people, as taxpayers, we should want our money to go to more reliable things that are actually going to help our earth and just do better things for our environment. It's so much less of a waste and it's so much more reliable. And I'm going to show you a picture of an animal that has been tested in the lab. You can see a whole chunk of its fur is missing and it just looks terrible. That is what we're doing, is wasting our money on for no reason at all. So not only is animal testing not reliable, it's expensive, and it's also just inhumane in general. Animal testing should be against the law. We shouldn't allow it. We need to go out there, start petitions, and start writing like letters to like Congress and senators telling them that we need to stop this because it is not okay. There's no reason for it. It's super unnecessary. If you wish to put millions of people through this testing, torture, and experimentation, why are you willing to put these innocent animals through it?